I know, so it might sound a little bit echoey. I have to go through the internal mic because the other mic gave up anyhow. So today is May 8th, and we are on episode 34 of Coffee with Markus. And yes, I do have my coffee. So today we had the dreaded unemployment report coming out. It is May 8th. What did I say? Okay. The dreaded unemployment report came out. So how did the markets react to it? What did the report say? Also want to show you my account statement because it has been 7 weeks since I've been trading this account in these crazy markets. So as you know, there's a smaller account that I've been trading, and I want to keep you updated on a few new trades that I've been entering. So let's get started, even with a little bit of a rocky start. And yes, thanks for catching me. It is May 8th. See, this is what happens when the sound goes out just seconds before I go live, restarted the computer, but this is why I'm a little bit flabbergasted, right? Anyhow, stuff happens. Doesn't matter, we got started here right away. So let's take a look at what is happening today, and the markets are up. The Dow rallying 400 points, 1.7%. Why are the markets rallying? Well, this morning the unemployment report was released, and as you can see, 14.7% of people now unemployed. This is for May. This is for April. Now, here's the deal: markets are rallying because they thought, oh, it might be 16%. So it's only 14.7%. I mean, are you kidding me? This is still a lot. But here is what the markets are doing, and this is why we trade what we see, not what we think, right? Because markets are saying, okay, everything should be fine. Everybody should have a job soon. But some experts say it might take a year or maybe even longer before we go back to the lower unemployment. Okay, so other than this, not a whole lot going on today. So we are still hitting the resistance level. As you can see, the resistance level that we have had for quite a while at 24,250. We're still there. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart of the Dow to see what is happening today. And as you can see, right now it seems that we are breaking through this resistance level, rallying into the close. Rallying to the weekend? I don't know. We'll see what happens here. But yes, we opened higher this morning, and then we are just going sideways, and now might rally going to the close. Any stocks that stood out today? Not really. It's just the end of a long week, I guess. This is what we are seeing here in the markets. I'm a little bit surprised that we are rallying into the close. I would have thought that there's maybe some profit taking or maybe some selling going into the weekend. But hey, everybody seems to be bullish. So what? Good. Might as well. So today, I mean, a lot of things happened in my account. I'll be happy to show you my account statement if you want to. Let me know, and let me know if you can still hear me. Again, it's a different mic right now because the other mic that I'm usually using just gave up. But if you can hear me, do me a favor, give me a quick thumbs up. So good. It seems that you can. That is fantastic. All right, so let's talk. Let's actually come back here to full camera for a moment. And let's talk about the trades that I've been taking and what happened in my account today. And then I also want to show you of what happened to this particular account that I've been trading for the past 7 weeks. So let's jump right on the screen. And this is where you see today was one of the days. Let me just jump into this one particular account that I've been trading for the past 7 weeks. That I started with $25,300, something like this. We'll take a look at it in just a moment, and now is up at $40,000. Today realized $2,400, $2,500 almost in profits. Here's what happened. I got out of the NCLH trade. Now, yesterday, as you recall, I've shown you how and when I take profits, and today it happened. So this is a trade that was, I believe, a week old, if that. The MYOK trade, getting out of this, and right now I'm also unwinding my American Airlines position. So let me just show you what is happening here with American Airlines. I had a total of 40 contracts, and right now I still have 18 contracts left, so 22 contracts are sold. I am the bid right now. I'm bidding 10 cents, and there's somebody asking for 11 cents. So we still have a few more minutes, 24 minutes before the close. I might adjust it to 11 cents because here's the deal. When trading, don't be a dick for a tick, and I have no problem taking some more profits. It has been a phenomenal week. As you know, there was this Hertz trade that didn't go over too well, but we saved this. So let me just show you, these are the trades that we are exiting right now. But let's actually jump to the account statement so that you see what I've been up to over the past 7 weeks as the markets have been crazy. So I'm going to a custom date range. I started trading this account. Again, this is one of the smaller accounts that I have here on March 20th. And if you run the statement report here, then you will see on March 19th, actually, I put $25,380 into the account. Let me make this a little bit bigger, probably a little bit easier to read this way. So right now it is at 39,000. This is as of yesterday because this is yesterday's account statement. So you have just seen that today realized another $2,000 in profit. So right now we're at 40,200, but so here, as of yesterday, 39,426. As you can see, this account has grown 55% over the last 7 weeks. Let's take a look at the mark-to-market performance summary, actually the realized and unrealized performance summary. Let me see which one is the best to read so that you see this is probably the best one. Here you see all the positions that I have been taking, and I believe when I counted earlier, it was 22 trades. Now, out of these 22 trades, as you can see, every single trade has been a winning trade, but the one trade, the Hertz trade, where we had to fly a rescue mission. Remember, if you haven't been there before, there are some videos on this channel where I've shown you how I got out of the trade that I was in trouble. So as you can see, on this trade, I realized a loss of $2,408, but then immediately I rolled it, made $2,668. So these both here, as you can see, on Hertz. So the trade that got in trouble ended up making me $200. Now, obviously, this is not as planned. Originally, I was planning to make $875 on it, but hey, it worked out. At least it wasn't a losing trade. So that's where we stand. So a total of $14,047. And as you can see, some of them are around $1,000. A lot of these trades are around $1,000, as you can see. And then there are some smaller trades. This was a Tesla trade, really, really interesting. Within 1 day, I was able to make 75 bucks. And see, this is what I'm actually looking for. So my goal here is to make around $100 per day based on this account size. Now, for larger account size, I would shoot for a larger goal. For a smaller account size, I would shoot for a smaller goal. My goal actually is to make 0.3% on any given day or 1.5% per week, right? So that's how I look at the account. That's what I'm looking for here. Anyhow, so this year did pretty well. And very important disclaimer, let me just stay on the camera. These results are not typical at all. These are my results. Your results may differ. They will differ, probably. I've been doing it for a very long, long time, and I'm very, very good at it. So please do not get the impression by me just showing what I have been able to do in my account that you will do the same by just watching a YouTube video. That is not the case at all. But I just want to show you that it is possible to make money with trading, because I often hear that people are skeptical and say, can you really make money with trading? People are losing their shirt with trading. No. I mean, as you can see, the past few weeks have been crazy. I'm recording this on May 8th, and the past few weeks have just been insane. As you know, the markets first has been crashing down, then bouncing back, and all this, what you see here, is what happened over the past 7 weeks. All right. Hope that helps. I just wanted to give you an update of where we stand because I wanted to keep you updated and just show you what is happening here with my account. Hope that helps. All right, I was thinking that Asya could probably take this short clip out of here. I also want to show you some of the new trades that I entered. But before I do this, has this been helpful? I mean, I hope that this motivates you. This is why I'm doing this, that you see oh my gosh, it is actually possible to make money with trading when you know what you're doing. Too many people are jumping into trading completely unprepared, not knowing what to expect. And this is why I'm coming to you here right now, pretty much daily. And if you find this helpful and you're enjoying this, do me a favor, give me a quick thumbs up if you like this video thus far. And then I'm also going to show you the new strategy that I'm working on, the strangles around earnings. And I'll show you a couple of positions that I entered today. Okay, let's see, what else do we have here? I want to answer a few questions here. So Kushal is asking, why are you unwinding AAL prior to our 70% profit target? I do not. Let me actually jump to the account and show you exactly what is happening here. I do believe that this is my profit target. Oh, gosh darn it. Now I don't see where I sold it for, but my profit target was 10 cents. I do believe, hold on, Kushal, I do believe that I've wrote it down. Let me actually go to AAL. We talked about it yesterday, and I hope that I've wrote it down. There we go. You see, I sold the 8 put for 30 cents. So I wanted to make 70 cents of the max profit, which is 21 cents. So therefore, my profit target is 10 cents. And that's what I did today. So I got out at 10 cents, made 21 cents, and I had 40 contracts. So this is $800 in a matter of days. Kushal, is this making sense? So I hit the profit target. And yes, Kushal, you're absolutely right. To be exact, it would be 9 cents, I believe. But you see, I like to trade in 5-cent increments. This is where I'm getting better fills. Okay, so Alvaro is asking, the VIX went today below 30. So are we ready to go back to the Power X strategy? Yes, we are. I'm pretty sure that next week we start trading the Power X strategy again. So this is what we see right now. The VIX is definitely below 30. That's what we are looking for. Okay. So let's see. Martinlet says, seeing Hertz has 7 days left to expire. Obviously, the 250 is in the money, but should you have held the other 350 longer to get out higher? You know, woulda, coulda, shoulda. This trade did not do what I wanted it to do. This is why I recorded these quick 3 videos, and we are right now putting it into a playlist so that you see exactly what I was expecting when I entered, what happened shortly after I entered, how I got in trouble, and how I got myself out of trouble. So this is a quick 3-part series, I believe, that I did here. Okay, good. Zena is saying I made $7.5 these past weeks. I hope that this is $7,500 and not $7.50. If you made $7.50, that wouldn't be too good. Anyhow, okay. So Don Bosco says, it seems that the 70% idea may not work on trading on expiry date as they're chancing of getting exercised. Yeah, Don, you're absolutely right. I like to get out a few days before expiration. So all of the options, let's actually jump back to these options. All of them expire next week. You see, they all have a May 15th expiration. Today is May 8th. So as you can see, I got out a whole week early. And this is what often happens when you have this 70% profit target, you're getting out a week early. Okay. Let's see if there's any other questions or comments. Otherwise, I will jump to the trades that I did take right now. Okay, so let's see. There's Jean LaRouche, beginner trader, followed your first Theta Class King with a new account. Closed my first trade today with $1,300 in profits. Congratulations, this is awesome. I'm loving it. On an account of $15,000. Not bad, 2 more trades to come. Congratulations, this is awesome. You see, this is what motivates me. Please keep sharing your success because I love it when you use the stuff that I'm showing you and make money with it. This is really, really, that's making my weekend. Thank you so much. I mean, Zena, great job. John, good job. And I know that some others of you have made some money as well. Good. Perfect. All right. So let's actually jump to the new trades. Let me show you of what I have in mind. And before I do this, Let's go with this. There we go. I'm just preparing my handy dandy notebook because I want to show you a few things on the notebook. All right, so as I know, I had this trading idea of trading volatility going into earnings. Let's quickly recap of where we are right now. So the trading idea is that we are selling options, and the idea is we're selling options when volatility is high. Now, my idea is that usually right before earnings, volatility is high on a stock because there is some uncertainty. So the trading idea that I had, I think it was 2 weeks ago, was start selling calls and puts, naked calls and puts, so-called strangles, right before earnings. So this is where also we talked about the 4 steps to developing a trading strategy. It all starts with an idea. Right now I am in the testing phase, and right now I'm developing the rules for the strategy. And today I want to show you a cool trade that I did that gives me a little bit more clarity around the rules of this strategy. Let's also recap. The idea is that before earnings, volatility is high. After earnings, it is low. And often, certain stocks don't show a major reaction. Especially right before earnings, institutional traders are hedging. And this means that they want to buy options, and I'll be willing to sell it to them. So, for a trading strategy, we need to know what stocks do we want to trade, what strike price, what expiration, when to enter, and when to exit. So, we already talked about the stocks, and this is today, I believe it's part 3 or part 4 of the series. It probably says it somewhere in the title. So we want to trade stocks that don't usually have a strong reaction to earnings. So I'm looking for stocks that usually have only a 2 to 4% reaction to earnings. Therefore, my strike prices for the options that I sell are actually 8 to 10% away from the current price, and I'm selling the nearest expiration. Now, one of the questions that I had for myself is when should I trade should I put the trade on? So let's jump on the handy dandy notebook here. So let's actually be precise when to enter. And so here is what I'm currently testing. Currently, I'm testing, should I enter 2 days before earnings, or is it enough to do it 1 day before earnings? I also want to test, do I actually have to go further out and maybe do 3, 4, 5 days before earnings? So this is what I'm currently testing, and I want to give you some first results here. And then the question is to say, then the question is also when to exit. And right now, my idea is immediately the day after earnings. All right, so let's take a look at the trade that I put on and the trade that I skipped, and I want to show you exactly why I skipped it. So let's actually jump back onto the screen, and before we look at the specific trade here, let's just take a look at the chart here right now. So today is Friday, May 8th, and on Monday, May 11th, Marriott is reporting earnings right before the bell, before the markets open. So today is exactly 1 day before Marriott reports earnings. Now, I've been looking back on the chart, and I've been looking at what happens when Marriott reports earnings. And you can see here, not a whole lot happened there. The previous earnings also here, not a whole lot. The stock moved a little bit from 130 to 133. That's nothing, right? I mean, this is within my 2 to 4% that I'm looking for. Same here, not really a strong reaction to earnings. It was actually going from $130 to the close here is $128. So that's only $5. So looking back over the past few earnings, and I did this for a little bit longer, but I want to spare you the details here. That's where I realized it does not really move a whole lot. So here's what I did. I put on a trade yesterday. So yesterday, I was looking at the 95 call and the 70 put. Yesterday, the price were at 68 86, 87. So I'm looking to be 10% away. You remember, let's actually go back to the handy dandy notebook for a moment. So my idea here is to look at strike prices that are at least 8 to 10% away from the current price. And this is what I saw yesterday. So yesterday, I put on a trade where I sold the call and I sold the put. I sold the 95 call and the 70 put. So here's what I noticed. I did that yesterday morning. And yesterday, for most of the day, let me actually just switch to the other account really quick. Yesterday, this is the 70 and 95, right? So this is the second trade that you see here, 70 and 95, right here. It did not move at all yesterday. So this is why this morning I decided to put on another trade. Now, since yesterday morning until today, Marriott moved. Marriott moved higher to around $86 here. So this is why, in order to have my 10% rule here, my 8 to 10% rule, I had to go actually a little bit higher. Instead of 95, I sold the 100 call, and instead of the 70 put, I sold the 75 put. Does this make sense? So I just moved a little bit up because yesterday Marriott, I think yesterday Marriott moved 6% up, and that's why today I adjusted my strike prices a little bit. So let me show you what exactly happened. Both of these trades today are making money. Now, as you know, I'm just testing this strategy, therefore I'm only trading a one lot. Super small size. Usually I like to trade 30 to 40 lots. So here I might start trading 10 to 20 lots. Not quite sure yet. We'll get there once I have the rules. And as you see, this here, the 70 and 95 is the trade that I put on yesterday, and this is the trade that I put on today. So it seems to me that it makes sense to just wait until the day before they report earnings. And I put on this trade this morning, and you see, within a matter of hours, because I'm reporting this going into the close right now, I'm already making money on the strangle. So we will see on Monday, I will close out this trade here and then look for other possibilities. Talking about other possibilities, let me show you another stock that is reporting earning on Mondays, and that is the stock SPG, the Simon Property Group. And when we look back at earnings, see here they reported earnings and they jumped from 134 to 139, nothing. So we're looking back on the chart and there's really not a strong reaction to earnings at all. I mean, it looks massive here with this long bar, but if you look at it, it only went from 153 to 150. So a lot of movement throughout the day, but in the close, nothing happened. So I really liked SPG here, but here is why right now I decided to skip it. So I was even, as you can see, I was looking at strike prices, and the 70 strike price and the 40 strike price looked really, really, really good. And again, we are just developing this trading strategy together. I let you peek into my mind to show you of what's going on here. Anyhow, so here's why I decided to skip this particular trade. Simon Property Group is the group that owns all the malls. And as you know, we have this nasty virus going on. The economy shut down. We have now 14% unemployment. This was the number that was released this morning. And many retail stores closed, many restaurants closed, and many of them got in trouble. Neiman Marcus filed for bankruptcy. J. Crew filed for bankruptcy. Victoria's Secret had another deal going on, and this fell through. I think they closed many, many stores. So as these are closing stores, Simon Property Group is not able to collect rent. Cheesecake Factory already said we're not paying rent, right? Because they got in trouble with all the virus because they had to close. So this is why I believe that this time, Simon Property Group might move a lot when they release the numbers. Other than this, they've been really, really stable over the years. That is the main reason why I chose to skip it. Looking at next week, earnings is a little bit light. I think I have one or two trades that I want to put on next week, and I'll be happy to keep you posted to show you exactly what I'm doing. So again, just recapping briefly what we have talked about. So we looked at what stocks, and I did identify two, Marriott and SPG. Again, Simon Property Group, you know why I didn't trade it. Marriott, I did. The strike prices that I selected are 8% to 10% above the current price and below the current price. And this is where I picked these two strike prices that you see right now on the screen. Actually, you don't see it yet. I'll show it in a moment. So the idea here right now, it seems to be most beneficial to enter the trade only one day before earnings, which is good because this way we don't have a whole lot of risk going on. So that's what I'm leaning towards right now, but I will continue the testing so that we know exactly what will be the rules of the strategy. And right now, on the one that I entered yesterday, I'm making $62. On the one that I entered today, $44. Again, this is only for a one lot. I'm planning to trade probably a 5 to 10 lot, because if I can make on a 5 lot, if I can make $300 in 2 days, or like here, this would be what, $250 in 2 days? That sounds like a pretty good deal, right? Anyhow, we will refine the strategy as we go along, but I hope that you found it helpful. If you found this helpful at all, do me a favor and click like, because this way I know whether I should continue doing these videos for you where I show you of how I go from trading idea to trading strategy. So if this is helpful and you would like to continue this journey, click on like right now, and also make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video in this series, and we continue developing the strategies until we go to the very specific rules of the strategy. Hope that helps. All right, so that's another segment where I thought that we can use it and put it in a little playlist. Has this been helpful at all to you, of seeing of what's going on? Okay, so there is a few things regarding earnings. So I want to address this. So Desiree is asking, do you do futures as well? Actually, I am testing a new strategy. Actually, Mark has been testing it today for futures. So we're looking at this, absolutely. By the way, next week, so excited about this. Next week with our mastermind members, we're doing live trading in the morning. So for those of you who are part of the mastermind program, you know next week is the virtual boardroom. So every morning we'll be trading live together for 2 hours. And I've really some cool, exciting new stuff for you that I will show you exclusively. This is why you are part of the mastermind and my private trader group. Anyhow, so looking forward to next week of doing it with you. Okay, so Donna is asking, when you place a call buy, is the strike price your support? You see, Donna, as we progress with this strategy and as I place more and more trades, I will become much more clear regarding the rules. So if right now you're a little bit confused, don't worry about it. It's still a trading idea that I'm just trading together with you here so that you see how I go from idea to actual strategy. Oscar is asking, what is your target on MYOK? Oscar, the target was hit today on MYOK. Let me just quickly look it up here on the other screen of what it was, and I'll be happy to show it to you. So MYOK, the target was $1.10. $1.10, and let's actually go to the charts here really quick, because we calculated it yesterday together. MYOK. See, this is where we talked about the target yesterday. And so the profit target, I think it was 90 cents. So 90 cents, I got out this morning, pretty much right in the open it happened. So already got filled there. So that was a nice trade. That was, what, $1,000 trade or something like this? I like these little $1,000 trades. Okay, so Paul is asking an excellent question. Could you do a session on trading for a living? Is setting up an LLC necessary? What documents are necessary for tax purposes? Paul, this is an excellent, excellent suggestion. Well, let me write this down here really quick on my handy-dandy notebook, and I'll make sure that I'll cover it, because it's really, really important once you want to trade for a living that you set it up the right way. trade for a living. Okay. By the way, do you like my handy dandy notebook? See, this is exactly what it looks like. You're seeing. So it's an iPad Pro with a cable that is connected to this computer. Oops. So that I can show it. That's exactly what it looks like. So nothing secret here. Let me know if you like this. And I know my handwriting is not the best. Hope that you can read it. But yeah, if you enjoyed, you know the drill. Just give me a like. So Sandra is asking, can you do some live trades according to the power strategy next week? If I trade according to the Power strategy next week, I will show you what I'm doing there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Paula is asking, is there a separate calculator for buying puts, buying calls and puts? Not yet, and here's why. Let's go back to the handy dandy notebook. Right now, we're still talking about the idea. That's step number 1. I'm currently testing it, so we're in step number 2. And I am developing the rules of the strategy as we speak. And only after these 3 things are done, I'm going to erase this here really quick, that's when I will develop the tools to have a calculator for this to make my life easier. Is this making sense? So Paula, really, really great question. And this is the last step in my 4-step process on how to develop a trading strategy. All right, Richard says, I've been trading options for over a year trying to learn. Been losing money the entire time. Oh dear Lord, I'm sorry, Richard. I'm now up on 2020 and almost break even using your method. That is great. I love it. Hey, by the way, here is where you could do me a favor. When you have these success stories, we have set up a website. It's called rockwelltrading.com/feedback. So if you go to our website, rockwelltrading.com/feedback, you'll see that you can leave reviews there on Google and on Yelp and on Facebook and wherever you want. So if you would like to share the good news, I mean, I would really, really appreciate it if you could leave a review, because you know it is. I mean, people want to know, is this Markus dude really legit, right? And this is where, if you could leave a review somewhere, wherever it's convenient for you, just go to rockwelltrading.com/feedback and you see all these different links and URLs where you can leave a review. And look at this, Nicole, you're so on top of this. Yes, rockwelltrading.com/feedback. You can read my mind, can't you? Okay. All right, Brian says, all the way to chapter 4 of the Power strategy, made $200 today alone. Woohoo! That is awesome. This is awesome. Okay. So Marlene is asking, when you're done with the trade, would you check the same stock to see if you can try to do it again if the profit is still there with the later expiration? Absolutely, yes. You see, let's actually jump back to the account statement for just a moment, because what you'll see here, when you look at the account statement, there are some that I can trade over and over again. Take a look at, for example, BA, Boeing. I traded it with the March 27th expiration. I traded it with the April 9th expiration. The Hertz trade, we talked about this. NCLH, I traded with the May 1st expiration, and it worked out really great. So I traded it again with the May 15th expiration. Same on Tesla. As you can see, different strike prices and different expirations. So to go back to your question, absolutely. Yes, you can do this. If it still gives you a lot of premium, why not? Right? Let's do this again. Absolutely. Absolutely. So John is asking, very similar question. What do you think MYOK 25 put with expiration 6/15 is attractive? You see, it's for me personally, John, it's a little bit too long out. I like shorter expirations, and here's why. On shorter expiration, time decay is really kicking in. I did a video on this, and you should really watch it, where I can prove it to you that the shorter expirations, May 15, May 22nd, for example, if you have weekly expirations, give you a higher theta. So take a look at the video. It's called Theta in Options, and if you just go to YouTube, or probably somebody is putting a description either, or a link in the description or in the chat here. So it's Theta in Options. Okay, so Jason said your Hertz trade made $600, but the stock went down. So you're using a bullish strategy. I'm selling puts, and when selling puts, I want the stock to stay above the strike price. So it is a neutral to bullish strategy. Neutral to bullish. Okay, Jason, making sense? Okay, oh, look at this, Joe. Great minds think alike. He was just looking at Marriott. I think it's a good one. Okay, so Claire says, my toss is showing earnings already came in on MYOK. You see, right now, it's a little bit wonky. I think we talked about it the other day. Right now, since we are still in this crisis because the virus is going around, companies are pushing it around. I personally use the following website. I can show it to you really quick. It's called stockearnings.com. I actually subscribe to their service, but you don't have to subscribe to it. And when you look up a stock, you'll see MYOK, whether it is confirmed or not. So here you see MYOK earnings date is on May 6th, so it was 2 days ago. Okay, so apparently it already happened. I thought it was later. I thought it was coming up. But yeah, it's on Wednesday, May 6th. It was 2 days ago. Did not even notice because I thought it was next week. I thought that we had a few more days. But yeah, great question. So this is why right now, whether it's TOS or TradingView, they're all a little bit out of whack. The site that I found most reliable is this particular one, stockearnings.com. I have subscribed to their service. You don't need to. I don't even know why I did it. I might cancel it again. Anyhow, I'll keep you posted there. Okay. So Monica says, TOS is incorrect. Well, Monica, as we have just seen, it seems that they just reported earnings. What do you know? So Diesel is asking, is a strangle the same as a straddle? Not quite. Let me just show you on my handy dandy notebook what the difference between a straddle and a strangle is. So here's the deal with let's go this. So here's the difference. A strangle means that you're selling a call above the current price and you're selling a put below the current price. That is a strangle. So you have the current price that is somewhere here, right? And you're selling it above and below. When you are trading a straddle, let's actually go to the next page. When you're doing a straddle, you're actually selling a call and a put at exactly the same price. So it's the same strike price. So the stock is trading right here, right? And you would sell the call and the put right at the same price. That's the main difference. And I'm looking for this. So I want to bracket, basically, I want to bracket the move. That is the idea here. Anyhow, great question. Glad you asked, Gisela. Okay, Benito. Gosh, you guys are already ahead of me. You see, there's so many questions coming, which I really, really appreciate. So this is why I'm trying to keep up here. Hey, by the way, I'm a little bit surprised. Right now, we are at 337 viewers, which is fantastic, but only 113 likes. So not everybody's liking it, which is okay. That's why I'm saying only give me a like if you're enjoying the content that we are doing right now, because then I know that I'll do more of this. That's what I'm using the like for, to gauge which content you find most helpful, because that's my goal here. I want to give you stuff that you can use in your trading right away, and then hopefully you can use it to make money, as some of you have already, which makes me super happy. Good. Let's see, what else do we have here? Steve Farmer is asking, out of all the stocks, let me just see if I can bring a question up here, Steve. Out of all the stocks available to choose from in the market, how did you find Marriott as a good trade to test? So how do we find good trades with whatever method we are trading? You see, this is where it really, really depends. For example, when I'm selling puts, let me just show you a few different things. So when I am selling puts, which is the Theta King strategy, I am looking for a stock that is near, not Apple, AAL, that is near a temporary bottom. You see this? That's what I'm looking for. American Airlines went all the way down, has found a temporary bottom. Same here with NCLH. NCLH, we did that. Right here, has found a temporary bottom. What else? We did trade Hertz, has found a temporary bottom. That's what I'm looking for, okay? This is for this particular strategy. And so Steve, it's really important that you know what exactly to look for. Now, when I'm looking to sell these strangles into earnings, first of all, I want to see who has earnings. I want to make sure that now we have enough volume. So I'm looking at stocks that are traded with more than 1 million shares traded a day, because I want to get a good fill price on my options. And currently, my idea currently is to have the strike price anywhere between $50 and $150, right? So I don't want to see that it made a temporary bottom. I want to see that it has been nicely trading in a range. So Steve, for the Power X strategy, again, I'm looking at something else. So great question, but it really depends what strategy you're applying. Based on the strategy, you're choosing different stocks. So Edward, same question here. So here, when I'm getting to the point where I'm using filters, I'll be happy to show you how I set them up. You remember when we did the Theta Kings class, right, of selling put options? I've shown you exactly how I set up the filter or the stock screener here in TradingView. By the way, there's a video on that. I did this, how to set up a stock screener. I believe that's what it's called in TradingView. So if you're interested in this, however, that's for the Theta Kings strategy and not for this one. But again, Edward, you're already talking about step 4. We'll get there. Step 4 is the tools, and a screener or a scanner is a tool. So once we get there, I'll set them up. I'll show you. Okay. So Don Bosco is asking, what is the layout view that you're using in IB? I believe it is the standard layout that I'm having here. So this is the pretty standard layout. I've been using Interactive Broker since 1999, and the interface looks exactly like it is 1999, doesn't it? I mean, this looks so like Microsoft DOS. Who remembers this? And I believe it's a standard view. I don't remember that I customized it. If I did, it was years and years and years ago, and I don't recall how I did it. Anyhow, good. Great question here. So, okay, Light Peterson has, what happens if that Marriott strangle is exercised? Well, this means that Marriott has to either jump up by 10